All right. People of culture. We are playing a game called The Necromancer's Tale, and I think I may have to adjust the usual settings. Not this. Because for me, it sounds very loud. But I sure hope it is alright with you all. Good. Let's see. Oh, this is good. This is a CRPG. I think it's been released this year. It is rather new than compared to other games I tend to play usually. I guess not on stream. But yeah, it's a CRPG about being a necromancer. Basically something I always wanted, and it is here. I mean, okay, I could have also played Pathfinder, but you know, you can rig some stuff up there. I don't know here. The whole shtick of this game is that you are a necromancer, and I think you are also here for revenge, but I don't know anything about this game. This is my first playthrough ever. This is my first time playing this game ever. I always been in the menus, adjusting voice settings, being not happy about the results, and now we are here. I say, besides admiring the music and the background, let's see what we can do here. Alrighty, difficulty, story mode, balance, or strategy mode. Let's see, story mode. Choose this if you enjoy narrative and adventure but want to skip the turn-based combat. Auto-resolve combat using combat ratings. 6 skill pool points per chapter. Higher prices for items sold to a shop. So this is basically easy mode, beside that maybe auto-resolve may be a bit freaky, as it always tends to be in strategy games. Alrighty. I mean, we'll probably go for balance, but let's read this. Choose this if you enjoy narrative and adventure as well as turn-based combat. I do like all of these. 5 skill points per chapter, nothing else. I like this. Normal, basically. Or strategy mode. Choose this if you enjoy narrative and adventure and want an extra challenge in combat. Face more enemies in combat. 4 skill pool points per chapter. Lower prices for items sold to a shop. This is basically hard mode. I would like to keep it balanced. I think either that because I do not know how difficult this game is. I don't know if we can change the difficulty later on. Probably not. But I think for streaming purposes, balance is good enough. I don't want this to be a challenge run. I want this to be like enjoying a game as it is to be intended to be enjoyed. Let's see. Let's go with balanced. Chapter 1. The Prologue. The City of...
In the year of our Lord, 1701, the Republic of Venice went to war with the sovereign monarchy of Rulston. This war was over passage rights through the Adriatic Sea, though this point will rarely be brought up when the war is discussed by future historians.
Venice and the Adriatic Sea, so this place in our world? Question mark.
It was, like most wars, overstretched and too costly. Neither side could afford it, nor would they back down. Many lives were lost, and whatever the outcome, each nation would nurse its wounds for some time.
I do not want to skip the interactive prologue, thank you.
The war raged on for 6 years, draining both countries' resources, but the Republic of Venice was older than Ralston and had deeper pockets. In a war of attrition, they would win, and both sides knew it.
Money always decides wars.
3 generals from Ralston, 2 brothers and a close friend, came together to strategize, and came up with nothing. They would not win this war.
I mean, that is sad if you already know that. So either make peace or die an honorable death, or whatever you guys come up with, I don't know. Well, 2 brothers and a friend. I feel like this may come back later.
In desperation, one reached out to a dark power and was told to make pilgrimage to Golgotha. With no other avenue, they spent 1 month sailing to the walls of Jerusalem, where they docked under cover of darkness.
One reached out to a dark power and was told to make pilgrimage to Golgotha. Okay, I have no idea what a Golgotha is, but apparently it is somewhere in the area of Jerusalem. Which is definitely the place for dark powers, I assure, yes. But could this be us? Or are we someone else? I guess we'll find out.
On the hill where the man named Jesus died, they met a figure, too old to identify as man or woman. It offered them a book, an already ancient thing made of pale leathers and filled with symbols that hurt their eyes to look upon. The thing smiled as they took it, a smile made of too many teeth.
I see. Demons, or other foul creatures. On the hill where the man named Jesus died is a demon. Not cool.
Full of dread for what they had seen and what they were about to do, they sailed for another month to get home.
Interesting.
Things had gone badly in the time they were away. Soon they would have to surrender, and Ralston would fall into decline, one it was unlikely to survive. Whatever doubt the men had about using the knowledge in that book, their mind was set now. They cast its pages open and chanted dark incantations. And lo, did the dead walk upon the earth that night.
So all 3 of them learned necromancy, or maybe not learned, but used necromancy. Well, this can only go bad for the uninitiated, I guess.
Undead sailors hauled themselves into the Venetian boats. Soldiers dragged themselves from battlefields and clawed up from shallow graves to drive the Venetians from the land. The war was won. The Venetians could not fight Ralston's impossible numbers. They surrendered, the book was shut, and the dead were dead once more. The book was destroyed, but the world had noticed. Ralston had dark magic, and no shame in using it. Many enemies, without and within, were born that day.
Okay. I bet they made copies. I bet we may have one of them. Or we learn it by ourselves by also having to make deals with demons, but enough speculations.
1711. 3 years later, a child was born to one of the generals involved in unleashing the spell.
We are a beautiful baby boy. Look at us.
A beautiful baby boy.
I got an achievement. I think you get an achievement for either being a boy or a girl. Very interesting. What were you named? I was named... Should I name him after my beautiful D&D Necromancer, Alistair? Let's call him Alistair. Alistair is a good name for a noble general's son. Sorry, Alistair. We are Alistair. Okay, we just got ourselves some skills. Yeah, 3 of each category. And then there will also be a mana category from what I saw. Oh, hello, Baki. I hope you have a beautiful time before Christmas Eve. And have a lovely evening so far. Alrighty, we have 3 physical attributes, 3 mental attributes, and 3 social attributes. When I know I'll be a necromancer, tend to ignore physical attributes, maybe go into constitution for some health. But I believe the other 6 are more important. And we get 5 points per chapter, so knowing myself, I will most likely spend most of them in the social category. You can go by each of them. Strength refers to the physical power in tasks such as arm wrestling or breaking things. I'd say that's not something a necromancer does, but sure, maybe one of our compatriots if we get any. Agility refers to speed, agility and dexterity, and... Sorry, what? Agility... Oh, sorry. Agility refers to speed, agility, and dexterity. I see. Agility refers to also agility. How beautiful. My god. It affects how fast you move in combat, as well as how well you can complete physically awkward tasks. Constitution refers to general health, stamina, and the ability to withstand poison, alcohol, or mental stress. Very helpful. At least more than these 2 in my opinion. I guess agility is good if you want to go first, but man, if I have enough zombies, I don't care. Alrighty, acuity. Acuity refers to logical thinking and the ability to piece together clues to form a conclusion. Okay, interesting. Maybe we'll do some detective work. Knowledge refers to knowing important information such as local history, military, or medical facts. As the son of a general, I think this might also come in handy later. Investigate is the ability to notice important details or out-of-place elements. Also helps avoid ambushes. Alright. Very good. Let's go to the social abilities. Analyze. Analyze is the ability to read other people's truthfulness and intentions. So, basically insight from D&D. Impress refers to your charm, getting people to like and trust you. Alright, persuasion, which is, I guess, another word for convince as well. But convince is the ability to tell lies and talk people into doing your bidding. Okay. Oh, this is worded as like, this is persuasion, this is like deception, or also performance, I don't know. But, you know, social abilities. Lying and persuading people. And this is inside. I don't know. All of these sound good, so we will have to find a way to balance this all, or commit to one and completely ignore others. We will see. But yeah, we are a beautiful baby boy named Alistair. We are completely shit at everything. What comes next? Oh, interesting. So we have 3 options. The night you were born, a blood moon hung low in the sky. Do not see what this does, okay. There was a storm the night you were born, one that came from nowhere. A ship was caught in it, doomed to be dragged to the ocean floor below. I do like this one so far. A comet passed overhead that night, one that cycled between purple and green. Damn, all of these are very cool. I mean, I would have chosen 3 if it would have been a twin-tailed comet, I mean. But a comet cycling between purple and green are, you know, the colors of necromancy, of course, because necromancers do dabble in RGB. All your skeletons work better if they have RGB lights in them. Alright, I'll have 3 or 2. Either the storm, which dragged the ship down to the bottom floor. Hey! Olé, 1992. Thank you for your follow. Enjoying this beautiful CRPG later. This far, so far, been doing character creation. Atmosman, hallo, hallo, Pale. Yeah, I think we'll go with Storm. Storm sounds funny. Maybe Cthulhu got a new shipment of sailors to play with.
There was a storm the night you were born, one that came from nowhere. A ship was caught in it, doomed to be dragged to the ocean floor below.
Alright, because there was a storm, we now get +1 in strength, +1 in investigate, and +1 in convince. Okay.
In a tavern, a captain silently got up, and slowly sailors followed him, not a word spoken between them. They took their ship and braved the storm. They managed to save half the crew on the otherwise doomed vessel. None of them recalled why they risked their lives for this.
See. Very interesting.
You were taken from your mother and left with a nursemaid for your first few days in this world.
I just realized that I dabbled with the opacity of my chat, so I may have to change that up later, but for now we will stay like this. I can barely see it in this stream, but I can still read it on the side, and so can you. Alright, this is... Can I go back? I see. I was taken from my mother and given to. She was a kindly girl from the town's poor quarters. While your paths crossed every few years, she has never reintroduced herself. Seeing you always cheers her up, and she is content with that. Very awesome. A distant cousin who hated being tasked with minding you. She largely ignored you, and when it was done, she told everyone what a fine job she did and how you both had an unbreakable bond. You have not spoken since. I see. This is normally your, I guess, stepmother in all Disney films. Or a heavy-set lady who helped raise many children in the town. She was lauded for her understanding of children and how their minds behaved, though nobody turned up at her funeral when she died of heart failure. Your English is very good. Thank you, Pali. Thank you very much. I do tend to go for the kindly girl from the town's poor quarters. I think having a kind person in your early life shapes you very much and lets you be a kind person yourself. It is all important what happens in your early life. So let's go with her.
She was a kindly girl from the town's poor quarters. While your paths crossed every few years, she has never reintroduced herself. Seeing you always cheers her up, and she is content with that. You were born into wealth and status, and had all you could wish for. But your parents never had another child, and your father was often preoccupied with his work. Your mother, distant, sickly and delirious, you heard another mother say. Hoffman, the family steward, raised you more than they.
Oh, so this is this the mother? Then I completely skipped over that, man. Holy. Can I see this here? Feedback, no. I see, okay. Alrighty.
It was a lonely childhood.
What we got our butler. It's basically Alfred. Alfred raised us. It's good. Good enough. We only need Alfred. We can become Batman now. I mean, only if someone kills our parents, which I don't want. So let's stay with inferior Alfred then.
1718. You are 8 years old. You play with friends from school. 2 poorer boys, Diedrich and Flip.
Obviously.
Your father disapproves. You play in the graveyard outside the city. Nobody goes there without an armed guard. But children do not care for such things. Children are small and fast, and can outrun Ghoul. At least, when the sun is up.
Okay, hold up there 1 second. First of all, we gotta talk about Flip. I am very sorry, but Flip is a name that is good for a child. But do you know any person above, let's say, 30? I mean, 30 is pretty low already. I mean, any person below 30 named Flip? Or not below, above 30 named Flip. This is basically the same thing from Zack Oyama, you know, from College Humor. If you have a person named Zack is his name, and you're like, do you know any 70-year-old named Zack? No. So you just an old person named Zack. Zack is like a name for young people. This is Flip. Diedrich is old. It's an old name. Alistair sounds like, I don't know, British nobility name that can work for young people, that can work for old people. That is Gucci enough. Secondly, I thought we heard that we destroyed the book, or not we, but the book was destroyed and the undead laid to rest. So what is a ghoul? From my understanding, ghouls are cannibals. Maybe undead cannibals or cannibals, I don't know, but I guess we will get to know them later.
One day, as you play, you hear a rustling coming from some trees. You all freeze. Then a stone whizzes out of the green and hits you on the head. You stare in disbelief, a slow trickle of blood running down your face, partially blocking sight from your left eye.
Ooh. From the way this picture is drawn, either the stone was cast from behind this tombstone and now hits me just below the eye, or it bonked off his head and now bounced into my eye, and now I am in great pain. Your cousin Lucas, 10 years your senior, steps out. You scan the tree line and spot Sophia, a girl you recognize from school. Or a group of other children from the city emerge from the tree line. You recognize the leader, a boy named Willard. I see, so either we have an older cousin who either makes fun of us or bullies us. We have a girl we meet early in our life, which, I don't know, is always a romance trope, I guess, or a good friend later on, who knows. Or a group of other children from the city, which sounds like a gang. The Double headshot with a stone, yeah. One stone, two heads, what? The leaves spawn, your cousin Lucas, 10 years your senior, steps out. Or Sophia, or the group with a boy named Willard. I think I'd go for Sophia. I feel like it's fun having a girl also sneaking up into the graveyards. I think in the 1700s, being a girl in probably a very what is it called? Oh, old-fashioned community. Pretty fun, probably. Pretty fun girl. Let's go with her.
You scan the tree line and spot Sophia, a girl you recognize from school. She throws another stone at you, but you are ready and avoid it.
Stay still! I need you to bleed enough for a ghoul to sniff you out.
She calls out.
I want to see them hunt.
Yep, she is a very, very brutal girl, I guess. I wanna see a ghoul hunt. Yes, yeah, sure, girl, please. How about no? Oh, that sounds like agility if I ever saw one. You'd want to be careful up there. My father says they hide in trees during the day to grab up any fools looking for a spot of shade. Why on God's green earth would you want to see a ghoul hunt me, hunt anyone? So this sounds like I'm very, very snobbish up-class person. My father says they hide in trees during the day. No, I think we'll be like this when, like, we're playing with our friends. They are more down to earth, and I'm like, yeah, what the actual frick? Who would want to see a ghoul hunt? And why me?
Why would you want to see a ghoul hunt me? Hunt anyone?
She didn't answer that day, but she did end up becoming...
I knew it.
It was many years later, as an adult, when you learned a ghoul killed her mother, and she wanted to know how she died.
That's pretty dark.
She didn't say it, but something in how she told the story, perhaps simply in her telling of it, gave you the impression that she had gotten her wish.
Oh, so she had seen ghouls hunt now, I see.
That night, you wake suddenly to find an old woman sitting at the end of your bed, whispering to herself.
No, I don't want that. No, this is... Oh, I don't like that. I mean, do I know the woman? If you wake up at night and see an old woman at the end of your bed whispering to herself, things are horror movie. Like, man, holy.
Where is my beautiful boy?
Oh no.
She looks around the room.
I'm coming to you, to find you.
Then she looks at you. Where her eyes should be are dark holes, not fleshy wounds, but an absence of anything. An endless blackness that hurts to look at. She looks at you.
Are you him? Are you my baby?
No.
She begins to crawl up the bed towards you.
Come to me, baby.
Oh no.
Come, let
Please.
me hold you in
No.
my arms.
As you hide under the sheets, you feel pressure on the bed as she approaches.
My baby, my sweet babe.
Her hands, cold and bony, wrap around your own as they hold the sheet tight to your face. They gently but easily pull your hands from your face, removing your thin cotton defenses.
Oh god. Okay, creepy. Yeah, this is very creepy.
Wake up, baby. Your mother's voice. You slowly open your eyes and see her standing there, smiling down at you. You were having a dream. I could hear you from my room. Come here. You dive forward and she wraps her arms around you. warm and fleshy and alive. That night, you sleep in her bed for
God.
the last time.
If I had a dream like that, I would wake up with my heart pounding and probably covered in sweat. Very comfortable, yes, yes.
1721. One morning, your mother comes to your school. She takes you out, even though classes are not finished. She says everything is okay, but you do not believe her.
Oh, what is happening? Is she going to kill herself? Oh no, what is this? It's her appearance that gives her away, it's her mannerisms tip you off. Her presence alone is the warning. No, her mannerisms tip me off. I mean, if she'd come to take me from school and, you know, classes are not finished, she'd probably do something weird.
Her mannerisms tip you off.
Analyze. I see, okay.
She is normally so distant, but today is very close. Holding hands and hugging you, kissing your cheek even.
Okay.
She brings you around the town. First you stop to buy sugared apples. Then she takes you shopping. New clothes, new books, new toys.
All happy
luggage
stuff.
trunk. She brings you to the castle and, with some whispered words and coins exchanged, the guard lets you into the grounds. You go to the pond and throw bread and watch fish pop their heads up to steal.
Okay,
from
we are
the
being
ducks.
occupied. I guess something happens to her now, or to my parents.
You walk the city walls, and the two of you take
Oh.
in the view. The sea to the west, the hills to the south, the forest to the east and north, and beyond the
Oh.
northern tree line,
Okay,
the road that leads to the capital.
I see. So
That-
it's us two.
She tells you through teary eyes. It's where you're going.
Huh?
You won't understand until you're older. Maybe not even then. You need more than I can give you. More than I can be.
Oh. I see.
You protest. She cries. When she stops crying, she doesn't remember where you are, how you got there. A watchman brings you home. There, your father glares at you, angry that you upset your mother, angry at your non-compliance. Hoffman brings you to your room to help you put your new clothes and books and toys into your new trunk. He tells you that she loves you, that this is for the best.
What is for the best? I completely. Am I missing something? Is something going past me? I mean, what is this? This is obviously very sad.
A few days later, your carriage rides
we are-
out of town. In your children's stories, events like this happen on rainy days, but today is sunny and clear-skied. As the carriage crests a hill, you can look back towards the city and see it all. The farms, the walls, the groves, the castle, the seas. Your home. How do you feel as you are taken away?
Sad. I'm angry, feeling unwanted, tossed aside. This is something I could not fight. I hurt. A deep wound of betrayal. My parents are supposed to look after me, not discard me. I don't understand what I did wrong for them to send me away like this. I wonder, will I ever understand? I mean, it is a mixture between I heard and I don't understand, probably. I mean, it's a mixture of all three, probably. First of all, I heard, I don't understand, and become angry. No, I cannot. It's not betrayal. Understand, what did I wrong to send me away? And I wonder will I ever understand. Let's take this. Because the woman didn't make me feel unwanted. It's not betrayal. So let's take this.
I don't understand what I did wrong for them to send me away like this. I wonder, will I ever understand?
Acuity, knowledge, and investigate. I see. I think hurt would have given me the social skills, maybe. But I can live with this. Acuity, knowledge, and investigate. Okay.
1722. A year has passed. More quickly than you might have expected. Winter's first snow falls lightly outside. You watch from your dorm and reflect on your time here.
Dorm. This year, oh, okay, that's a lot of choice. Oi, oi, oi. This year was hard on you. You started many fights. You ended many too. Nope. You are thankful for the library here. Books have been your salvation. Maybe. You took this new life quickly, making many friends. You took to this new life quickly, making many friends. You directed your energy towards physical activities and joined the running team. Definitely not. You killed the time by dreaming up schemes and enacting them. Interesting. You have befriended some of the more unsavory children. Imagine you have been sent away from your family into a dorm where you know nobody, feeling like you don't understand what happened to you. So maybe you're isolating yourself in the library, reading upon many things, but just not interacting with anybody because people are weird. People are... you don't get them as you don't get why your parents sent you away. So maybe reading helps you get people, get the world around you. For knowledge, in the end, knowledge is power. So I am thankful for the library here. Books truly have been my salvation.
You are thankful for the library here. Books have been your salvation.
Yeah, knowledge +2. I see. That is okay. We are actually quite boosted now.
You look at the collection of books scattered around you now. Buried under them are the books your mother bought you over a year ago. You have read them many times. You miss her.
Yeah, I miss my mother. That is why I cannot impress people anymore. Because I just miss my mother. Oh god. Oh yeah. I guess it is truly normal. As long as we don't lose our analyze, it is okay, I guess. Don't have to impress people, only have to convince them.
1725. Your schooling is done now. Your time here is over. You spent much of this year deciding what to do next.
Okay. In the end, you decided to continue with education. Ultimately, you decided to follow in your father's footsteps and join the military. One of your professors said she saw something in you, a spark that will see you well in the world of courtly intrigue. Oh, I see. Damn. Thinking about Alistair. Thinking about how He already isolated himself with books. He's reading up on them. I don't think he would go into military, joining up in the footsteps of his father. And seeing that I am very bad at impress and not that good in analyze and convince right here, I think we should expand further into our education. I think it's good to educate yourself first before or further before doing anything more meaningful. Because as we already learned, knowledge is power.
In the end, you decided to continue with education.
Trust educated plus 10. I think we will know more about that. Academic money for Acuity plus 1. Danke, dass du heute 6 Stunden von der Zeit geopfert hast, mein Junge. Immer gerne, Palais, immer gerne. Wenn ich das denn mitbekomme. Ich krieg das nicht immer mit, wenn du streamst, weil Twitch mir das nicht alles anzeigt. Acuity. Okay. And even more knowledge. Okay. I think I like this so far.
You are unsure where this will lead you, but you wanted a life of experimentation and discovery.
Yes.
This was more important to you than riches. With your path decided, you found you had time before your training began.
What training?
So you made the trip home to visit your parents and tell them of your plans.
With your path is you found you a time before your training begins, so you made the trip home to visit your parents and tell them of your plans. I see. Alles gut? No. Also, was wir heute können wir gerne öfter machen. Alrighty, let's see how my parents are doing after all this time.
Your travel home feels faster than it was leaving. Perhaps mindset, perhaps age, perhaps because you have done it once already and can spy milestones. Whatever the reason, you arrive home to your mother and Hoffman awaiting you. Your father is not there, but joins you for dinner that evening.
Doesn't sound too bad, actually. Doesn't sound like we have a very distant relationship with our parents if we can just come back home and, you know, have supper with them. I do like this so far.
It had been 4 years since you were home. Not a long time for some, but a quarter of your life. You had this idea that you had matured, changed so much in that time, but...
Yeah, with 16, I mean, maybe in the 1700s, but nowadays, you're not really matured with 16. I see. Your attempts to gain access to the library's restricted area are rejected. The master there refuses you. Those books are not for children. You try to wow your old friends with tales of your time away, and it pains you when they don't seem impressed. You still find your father to be as inscrutable as ever. I think we should double down on the library. I think we are truly, because in my mind, a necromancer is a person of books. They study forbidden tomes, they study all kinds of books, everything that has a slither of knowledge. So I think with 16, a person would want to try to get forbidden stuff, getting forbidden books, and then being very upset when they have been told they are still children. We don't give you these books of dark magic or forbidden tomes like the Necronomicon. This is not for children. This is not even for adults. This is for no one. These are forbidden. I think this would very much upset a 16-year-old.
Your attempts to gain
God,
access to the
no.
library's restricted area are rejected. The master there refuses you. Those books are not for children.
God, my God, I'm losing my social skills.
You tell her of the books available to you in the school, and of your studies, and how you are able for the secrets hidden in her library's vaults, but she assures you that your mind is not ready for what you would find within.
If she assures me that my mind is not ready, I mean, yet, she assumes that my mind will be ready later on, right? I mean, maybe in like, let's say next week we can try again. Every week from now on we will try again.
Despite this, it is good to be home again, to see your friends and family. You have a good summer.
Nice.
As you leave for your new training, you wonder how long until you come home next, and how you will have changed by then.
So, guys, I know we get, what was it, 5 points per chapter? And if we like completely fill out knowledge, I think we just spend all points into our social skills. If 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so yeah, if 7 points actually is the max, then yeah, we just spend points into social. I don't know how far this goes. Alrighty, let's read this again. As you leave for your new training, you wonder how long until you come home next and how you will have changed by then.
1727. You are nearly 2 years into your training now, and it goes largely as expected. You miss home, but the pangs grow less as time passes.
Alright. I have no idea what pangs mean, but sure. They grow less as time passes.
One day, you learn that your class has been granted an audience with the great scientist Isaac Newton. When you enter his home in Hampshire, a young lady, his niece you later learn, brings you into the drawing room where he is having afternoon tea. A teacher and 11 students entered the room ahead of you, and you could hear the great man welcoming them. As you entered, you noted he no longer had the flowing white locks you'd seen in paintings. He was bald, and his skin was sunken. Still, he composed himself well as he greeted the others.
We met Isaac Newton, which is very cool. Which also makes you wonder if we have met a different person if we have chosen the military career. I don't know, 1700s, I don't even know what great military person we could have met. No, he was not alive back then. I was thinking, no, I don't know. Not very well versed in the 1700s.
Then he came to you. He looked at you a moment, eyes wide and mouth bearing teeth. He pointed a bony finger at you and screeched,
What? Come on, man, I just got here.
Who is this with whom death walks? Why have you taken the Reaper to me? My time is not nigh, and I shall not go. Begone, herald of the Death Angel.
I see. You are tripping, my guy. I just got here and I just wanna learn. But, okay, I guess I'll go now.
The old man continued to shriek at you, going so far as to throw tea at you.
Rude.
You left. A classmate told you he took some calming down before he would continue with the talk, and seemed hurried and distracted throughout.
I see. Very weird.
Word reached you a month later that Newton had died. It was peaceful, in his sleep, and said to be of natural complications in line with his deteriorating health.
Okay.
A few days later, a letter arrives, telling you that a civil war of sorts has broken out in your homeland. A lich, a powerful undead sorcerer, has begun raising the dead and marches on the capital. So far, its armies show no sign of moving out of Ralston, but Venetian and Habsburg forces are amassing on their respective borders to repel anything that tries to cross them. You spend the next year following the news as it comes, conflicting reports in newspapers and the occasional letter from home.
The occasional letter from home. So, okay. My parents are staying there, I guess. Not good. I'd not want my parents to stay in the same country as a lich, but hey, they know best, right? Right?
Eventually, word reaches you that the Lich has been defeated,
Hey!
that its forces collapsed as the final blow was struck. Your father was at that battle, as was your uncle. You learn your uncle was wounded, but is well. Neither man died, though the same cannot be said for thousands of others in the country.
I mean, yeah, sad, but truly, if our family is good, everything is fine. Nothing to be concerned of.
Many times you think of your terrible meeting with Newton. You read up on his other work, his alchemical and eschatological studies, his scouring of the Bible for clues to the nature of existence, and cannot help but wonder what he had read that led him to see your nation's struggle in your face before a word of it had reached you. 1729. Your training complete. You land your first post.
Okay. Oh. You secure a teaching position in the newly founded University of Camerino in Italy. An archaeological dig in Herculaneum hires you to help with the excavation. You work in a laboratory now. I mean, becoming a teacher or archaeology. My God. Teacher or archaeology? What do we take? I don't know. I mean, Alistair would want adventure. Nothing screams more adventure than archaeology, in my opinion. And in the 1700s, archaeology still is very fun, probably. He wants to go out. Let's take this then.
An archaeological dig in Herculaneum hires you to help with the excavation. Herculaneum was buried alongside Pompeii when Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD. Found by chance in 1709, groups had been going there to dig what they could from the ash. You expect it to be delicate, slow work. The men who hired you dig tirelessly and aggressively. When they find anything, they call you. Is it of value? If yes, it is kept. If not, they hurl it aside. They are looters. You
I mean,
are a looter.
yeah, probably. But if you truly are an archaeologist, you would want to keep everything, no? Or do you truly toss things aside you do not find valuable? Because, like, if you dig up a piece of a vase, it is taken in, it is studied, because you can still learn from these things. So yeah, maybe these people truly are looters if they only take valuable stuff, or truly everything you dig up there is valuable, for everything has a history. History is knowledge, and knowledge is power. Yeah, I cannot believe I've been tricked like this. I don't like this one. No, I would like to, dig up this stuff and learn about it. I've been tricked like this. I cannot believe it, I've been tricked like this. I help as little as possible, lying to them about the value of items. I hope to come back someday with a real team and properly excavate this place. Yeah, this is probably best. So they hurl more stuff aside that you're like, no, this is not valuable, this is nothing really. And then you can like come back at a later place and truly investigate it and be like, okay, guys, we can take this in. We can learn much about the civilization back then.
I cannot believe I've been tricked like this. I help as little as possible, lying to them about the value of items. I hope to come back someday with a real team and properly excavate this place.
Oh. If this continues, we will be very smart people.
1731. You are through the early years of your career now. You have earned some recognition and accolades. Some time from work and a purse are made available to you. As you take some time to enjoy this leave, a terrible thing
Oh, come
happens to
on.
you.
Your arm is broken while climbing the Alps. I don't think I would go climbing the Alps, thank you very much. A hunting trip results in a terrible stomach wound. A night on the town ends with your leg being severely damaged. Doesn't say how my leg is being damaged. Oh, Alistair. I think if we broke our arm, we would lose a point in strength. We can I guess, right? A hunting trip results in a terrible stomach wound. Sound like we would lose constitution, and the leg sounds like we would lose agility. So from, I don't know, would we want a trade on 0? I don't think is it even possible? I would not want to find out. So logically, I think we should take the climbing option. I mean, why was Alistair in the Alps? Was it for pleasure? You've earned some recognition and accolades. Some time from work and a purse are made available. As you take some time to enjoy it, it was for pleasure. Okay. As you enjoy this leave, a terrible thing happens to you. Maybe we do take the Alps, because Alistair wouldn't want to go hunting. He wouldn't want to shoot animals like that just now. Maybe later if we can do more with them than just eating. So either Alistair had a night out in the town and now my leg is severely damaged, or the thing that I want to do in real life, climbing the Alps, like, you know, your arm is broken while climbing. Guys, let's take this. This is the safest, I think, if my assumption is correct and we now just lose a point at strength.
Your arm is broken while climbing the Alps. You had been talking with your friend, Astrid, and you both agreed that you needed to blow off some steam. You decided on a vigorous mountain climb, and so you planned a weekend hike up a nearby mountain with an overnight stay at the summit. It was late summer, so you knew you wouldn't need to pack too much. A tent, some food, and, of course, hiking equipment. The day before the hike, you traveled to a rented chalet at the mountain's base. You spent that evening going over maps, making plans, and divvying the gear before getting an early night's sleep.
You spoke, or you have been talking with your friend Astrid. I completely forgot what the name was of the girl at the very beginning. Was it Sophie? Maybe it was Sophie. I don't think it was Astrid. So this is a different friend. It's not the girl from the beginning. Would have been funny. Maybe we will meet her again Right. We're getting an early night's sleep.
The next day, you rose early and began. The early part of the hike was quite pleasant as you wandered through the lush green forest that covered the mountain's base. By midday, you were exiting the forest. From here on, it was sparse and stony trails. Unsure you'd find enough wood at the top for a fire, you gathered some here. The extra wood was bulky and unbalanced you both, but you agreed to carry it for now and abandon it if it became problematic. Soon the incline became steep enough that you needed to start climbing. You worked in tandem to advance, taking short breaks as they presented themselves. At one point, a rope snapped, and Astrid hurt her shoulder as she crashed into the cliff face. In your scramble to secure her, you lost much of the wood you had gathered earlier. You both took a moment to calm your nerves before carrying on.
I see. Wer Sophie? Die hat immer gesagt, Baby. Baby. Habt ihr fast einen Stein ins Auge geworfen, Baby? No, no. Alrighty. So far we have not broken our arm, but Astrid has hurt her shoulder. Oh no. And we lost some wood.
When you finally hoisted yourself up over the edge of the cliff, you found yourself facing a cave. You shouted in to see if your voice echoed. It did, but not by much. You turned to help Astrid up. With the sun setting, you decided to leave your ropes in place so you could make it to the summit before night came, and you set off on the final stretch. You reached the summit as the sun disappeared over the horizon. Astrid set the camp, and you took what little wood survived the journey and built a fire. By the time she had the tent up, your food was heated. The two of you sat, tired but proud of your accomplishment. You talked a while, discussing routes back down and how to improve techniques. A wind picked up, and soon your fire died. You climbed into your tent.
Oder nicht? War die das nicht am Baum? Am Baum? Sophie, die ist, die ich meine, war die am... oh Gott, am Graveyard, am Friedhof. Die den Stein fast in mein Auge geworfen hat. Weil sie sehen wollte, wie ein Ghoul jagt. War die das nicht am Baum? Keine Ahnung. So viel Text, der gerade auf mich einfließt. Ich wünschte, ich könnte mir das nachlesen hier. Can I not quick set? No, I don't want a quick set. I would like to read up on things I have already seen, but I think that is not possible. Maybe we get a summary at the end again. Who knows? Already we climbed in our tent. I can't believe we're already an hour in, man. This tutorial is quite no?
But you didn't stay there for long.
Long.
The wind kept growing, and you both knew that if you had stayed there, your tent would blow away. You took it down as a strong gale whipped up around you. You carried it, wrapped under your arms down the mountainside to the cave you had passed earlier. You entered, laughing as the wind howled outside. It took a moment for your eyes to adjust to the darkness. What was that? Asked Astrid. You'd heard nothing, just the wind, you replied. Then, in the dark, something moved. A grey mass against the black cave wall. Something uncoiled and stood. It snarled and charged at you both. You pushed Astrid out of the way and barely avoided the first swing. A large hand, the size of your head, slammed into the ground with a massive thud. You rammed your elbow under the creature's ribs and it yelled. It spun around, faster than you could react, and backhanded you across the cave.
Okay, first of all, ouch. But we are a good person. The first thing we did was not saving ourselves. It was pushing our friend aside. I like this. We are good.
Your face stung and your head throbbed, but you had no time. You picked yourself up as you heard it nearing. You jumped on it and buried your thumbs into where you hoped it had eyes. It shrieked and grabbed you by the arm. It tightened its grip
Oh
on you,
God.
and you felt something crunch under your skin. You yelled. It hurled you towards the cavern's mouth. Astrid, who had managed to get out while you fought the thing, was able to seize you by the legs and dragged you. The thing followed you to the cave mouth and bellowed after you. You got a good look at it then. A nigh 10-foot grey-blue body, rippled with muscles and bristling with white hair. A hammerling, one of the mountain giants.
Oof. In other words, this is the frost troll assaulting you when you first go to High Hrothgar in Skyrim. Disgusting creature.
It didn't follow you out onto the mountainside. You and Astrid, tentless now, found a crevasse to hide in, pained and cold until morning. Thankfully, the climb down was easier despite your broken arm, in part because you left your ropes anchored. It took a few months for your arm to mend. You still haven't regained its full strength since that night. On cold days, it seizes
Bigfoot
up
hat
still.
Bodybuilding gemacht. Ja.
1733. When you learned of your father's death, you were...
Oh, our father has died. Our distant father, but still our father. Oh. I see. Oh. I was at work. I am slowly becoming like my father, but in a different kind of work.
At work. You were called into a private room, and the news was delivered to you by your superior. It was a small stone room, only one way out, and that was blocked by your supervisor. You were trapped in that terrible grey space, in more ways than one. Something changed in you then, and not for the better.
Oof. Ah, okay. So even though he was distant, we were kinda close to our family and we do love our parents. So I think I would went numb. Because first you go numb, then comes the sorrow. So I think I would be speechless and very numb if I've been told something like that. It would probably take an entire day before I would take an entire day to cry. This no. But I think I went numb.
I went numb. It seemed matter of fact to me. Of course he would die now, as my life gets going. It was very like him. I found myself thinking he had perhaps died now on purpose.
Okay, that is...
A foolish thought.
What the fuck?
And yet...
Oh, son, I've heard you are doing quite well in your job. Let me ruin it by dying. Thank you for always being there.
Now, days later, your carriage crests the hills towards Marnes, the sun blasting off the red and yellow bricks and rippling off the blue sea beyond. You are almost home.
Home to see my mother, to support her in this terrible time. That would be my first thought, actually. Home to bury a man I never really knew. And now, never would. I mean, this is what I want to do. This is a fact. Home to reclaim my life here now, that the man who sent me away is dead. Nah. So, no, I have to come home to comfort my mother this terrible time. I mean, this is a thing I just do, but this is the thing why I am here. So, I'm almost home. Home to see my mother, to support her in this terrible time.
Home to see my mother, to support her in this terrible time.
Oui. Alistair van Elstrick. Career academic. Alright, and now that we basically did the story, or not the story, the prologue, we can readjust some points. I mean, we are an academic. We have 10 schmeckles to our name. And I mean, I think I would like to remove a point from here and put it into convince. Logical thinking, knowledge. But we worked so hard to get all of these so high. So I think we will play this as we got our points from the prologue. And then we adjust the points later on with the level ups from the chapters. 5 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can, like, I don't know, 3 here, 1 here, 1 here. Next level up. Or maybe 1 into Constitution, 1 into Convince, and then again 1 in each of them. Yeah, I don't know. We will see when we get there. Let's click OK. We are Alistair. We are an academic. We are Alistair van Elstrick. And I think we are done with the prologue. 1733. Krass, war glaube ich eine heftige Zeit. Ja. Very much so. Oh mein Gott. I was not prepared for it to look like this. Ay, okay, this looks like a painting. I mean, it has a certain charm to it, definitely. Alrighty, conversation. 1 hour from the north gate of Marnes. My coach had been climbing a steep hill surrounding on all sides by oaks before the great forest gave way to farmland. And there we saw a young woman accosted by 2 brigands. My coachman called
Should
me.
we stop, sir?
Klaus? Trust
I'm
neutral.
Klaus, the coachman. I am Klaus, the coachman.
Okay, this is very funny.
I am Klaus,
Yeah, should we
the
stop, sir?
coachman.
Yes, of course. We have, by the way, no idea how to fight off people. We have no idea how to convince people to stop with what they're doing. We are just, you know, we know what has to be done. But we look so funny, man. This mustache is... this mustache is an affront to God. This is alone. Or is this also... Oh no, I think we have more than the mustache. I think this is also beard. Okay. Our coach pulled to a stop. Is everything okay here, my good lady? You men, what are you doing? Has Mans fallen so far since I have been away that 2 of you should accost a lady so near to the city gates? Good men, what has this young woman done to draw your attention? Obviously, not everything is okay here, but this is the first thing you ask if you see a woman being, you know, being accosted by 2 brigands. I mean, we could also call out this, but, you know, I don't think we have the time to utter all of this before someone of them slaps me with their pogo stick or whatever it is they're holding. So, is everything okay here, my good lady?
Yes. Apart from this pair of fools annoying me,
Ah. Okay, this woman is...
I am a carefree herbalist from a small village near Mars.
I see. Very funny. Very funny woman. Sure, everything is good, apart from these two absolute dimwits doing some funny pogo stick action with their pogos. What are these spears? I cannot decide this, man. Holy. She waved her hand at them, quite casually. The men hefted their weapons, and one of them turned to me.
Stay out of this. It is none of your business.
Florian.
I am a brigand of the Northern Forest.
This, I like this. This is like an old version to write the name Florian. It's just with a J in it. It's very funny. I don't even know if it's an old version or it's just a fantasy version of the name Florian, but Florian, very funny. To me. I attempted to bargain with them. You are making a skill check. It is a level 2 analyze check. This means that you need 2 levels of analyze to pass it. If your skill is less than 2, then you can spend points from your skill pool to make up the balance. Your skill pool refills at the start of each chapter. Oh, we are absolutely freaked then. Oh no. Oh no. We have to spend so many points when it comes to physical stuff. But, alas, we have Analyze. Can I see my points again somewhere? I think C is my
I
character.
am a brigand of the Northern
sorry?
Forest.
Spellbook unavailable, journal, map, character. Can I... We can change the difficulty, if it's good. Custom portrait. You can use custom portrait. No, I don't want that. I want to see my stats. There. So. Oh god, I'm so glad that we have analyzed too. Okay. When it comes to mental stuff, we will absolutely dominate everything. Hopefully. But everything else. Oh god, everything else will be just sad. Oh no. But yeah, we will spend 0 points. Sorry, what? Spend 0 points to fail to dissuade them. Well, I guess I pay them off. I'm like, sure, buddies, come on. Do we want... Why do I know that I failed to dissuade them? This is weird. I click this. I think we should click this regardless then. I think we should try to dissuade them. Please consider your actions. This is just a peaceful young woman. The 2 men turned their spears towards me, and my coachman leaped down with his sword drawn. And we're in a fight. Interesting. This has apparently controller settings as well. To the left of the screen are the portraits of your main character and your allies. Characters take turns in sequence. To the right of the screen are your enemies' portraits. Click on a portrait to zoom the camera to that character. Each portrait has a health bar and a circled number showing action points. 4455. I see. We are just, better, stronger. APs are used to move, attack, reload, equip weapons, and cast spells. In addition, your own character has a number inside a star shape. Okay, this shows their magic points, MPs, for casting spells. This is a tip we get quite early because I do not see such a star. Click on the terrain to move your character towards that spot. The hexagonal tiles light up to show you the road that will be taken. It costs 1 AP action point per tile moved. Do we have a weapon even? We just, you know, fists. I don't think we should go into melee. Click on an enemy character to attack them with your active character. You must be close enough to them to strike and have enough action points left. Melee weapons, such as swords and halberds, have a range of 1 or 2 hexes, while missile weapons, crossbow, muskets, oh, we can have muskets, can fire a lot further. However, they can be slow to reload. I like this, you know, because I played Divinity Original Sin, I played Baldur's Gate. There are no muskets. There are only crossbows. I played Pathfinder. I don't think Pathfinder has muskets. Rogue Trader has. I mean, maybe not muskets, but, you know, range weapons. The end turn button finishes the current active character's turn. Mortal characters can carry up to 3 unused action points, APs, to the next combat round. Okay, so we have to spend 2. Or what? And then we have... Do we have 8 then in the next turn? Who knows? You can open your inventory and double-click a weapon to equip it. For more detailed control, open both your character sheet and inventory and drag items between the slots in them. However, hover over a weapon icon in your character sheet or inventory to see its stats. This includes how many action points it takes to use and its effectiveness against unarmored, leathered armored, and metal armored foes. Okay, and that is already interesting. Oh, we have a sword. That is very good. If you have undead minions in your control and some magical ability, then you can activate and move a minion by casting the Activate Minion spell. Control passes back to your main character when you click and turn for your minion. So kinda like giving an extra turn to your allies in Rogue Trader. After firing a missile weapon, you will need to reload it. Reloading costs action points. Muskets have an especially high reload cost. Yes, I can imagine why. While reloading, you cannot move, attack, or cast battle magic. You can cancel reloading at any time. Ending your turn while reloading will use your remaining APs on that. During combat, your camera can move freely using the arrow keys or right joystick on the controller. The combat speed up slider controls the speed of action. Click the info icon for more detailed information on combat. Thank you very much. I would like to use hopefully 1 action point to draw this in. Then we have 2 action points to move into melee. And then we will attack him with our remaining 2 action points. To hit 82%, knife, 2 APs, base plus 60%, attackers and defenders agility plus 12%, facing plus 10%. I wonder if we would have gotten more facing bonus if we have moved to here. But I hope that Klaus can teach Ludwig some manners. Okay. Let's end turn. Oh, did he miss? Zoran attacks Alistair with a spear and he misses. Klaus, you will move between both of them. No, you will not do that. You will move here, Klaus. Because you're now... Yeah. What? Is he stunned? I stunned him. Okay. I do realize we do not have a facing bonus this time, but I think that's not that interesting because it would give us less than the stun bonus. So let's attack Ludwig again and finish him off. Oh, he also missed. You are truly worse than me in combat, and I am a potato. Why is there no facing bonus anymore? Interesting. Let's try to hit this person again. We hit again. But we did... Oh, okay. They almost... Can I attack? I can attack again, I think. Oh, nice. The men turned and fled. The fight was not going their way. Nope, I just used multi-attack, even though I'm level 1. Alrighty, the men turned and fled. The fight wasn't going their way. Yes. We let them go. Apparently we did. I had no say in that.
Thank you for helping me.
No problem. I realize that you are showing a lot of skin.
I know you. You are the son of Zen.
Halt, stop. Okay. Okay. Couple of guesses. This could be a woman we know. Probably not, but she knows me. We are Alistair, the son of Zelig. My brothers and sisters in Nut. If I ever see a name called Zelig, that is the name for a necromancer or a lich. And our father used dark magic, so yeah, I guess... Yep, we are the son of Zelig. She shrugged, smiled sweetly, and straightened the garland in her hair. Genau, rennt weg vor dem Erdnusshut, er kämpft für die Erdnüsse. Yes, I fight for all the nuts. Especially peanuts. I nodded. She seemed about my age, but I did not recall her face from the past. Sure, you know me. Do I know you? Who are you? Or who were those men? Surely Mans has not become so lawless. Were you not afraid? Your life seemed in danger. Yeah, they had pretty big spears, which they missed every attack with, so I think you were fine, actually. Well, be safe then. I must be away, for my father's funeral awaits. No, I think she knows me. I don't know you. Who are you? Who are you?
Just a girl from the village yonder.
Sure, just a girl from the village yonder. She looked slyly at me and waved her arm vaguely to the north, back down the hill, the way we had come.
I was collecting herbs when they waylaid me.
My coachman eyed her suspiciously, but said nothing. Oh, okay. Well, do you know at least who those men were? Surely Mans has not become so lawless.
The protection of the city is not there for all of us.
So, not for a girl from the village yonder?
And outside it rolls, there are many men such as these.
Oof.
This much of a words are true. In recent times, I never travel beyond the city without a weapon.
Good thinking, Klaus. You are a man of action. Auch walnuts? Mein lieber Palais. Especially walnuts. It is so much fun to cracking open walnuts. Thank you, Klaus. Were you not afraid? Your life seemed in danger. I mean, have you seen their not usable spears?
It was not. Those men are fools.
Truly they were. They did not know how to use these sticks. They did not know how to use their sticks. The coachman scowled at her. Well, woman from the yonder. Perhaps you would like to visit me at my mansion when I'm settled in, you know, tell me more about everything that has happened so far while I was gone? What are these options? Then perhaps I might learn your name, sweet maiden. Okay. You seem like a feisty sort of lass who I could befriend. I realize I have a German here, and I have Baki in here. Baki, are you still here? Baki, are you still lurking in a corner? Somewhere? I see, okay. But, I don't think you should, you know... I mean, maybe she seems like a... She does seem like a feisty sort of lass who I could befriend, actually, but, do you say that to a woman? Probably. To a woman like her, you say that. You say this. My God. Alrighty. Well, you seem... You seem like the feisty sort of lass who I could befriend. She looked amused for a moment, then gave her cryptic answer.
I think our paths shall cross right enough.
Ich
Perhaps
geh
as
pennen
allies.
dir und dem
Though
Chat
as
a
friends,
good night. Tschö.
we
Ciao,
shall see.
Palais. Habt eine gute Nacht. I think our paths shall cross. Right enough, perhaps as allies, though as friends, we shall see. Woman, you are a woman of mystery. I mean, which woman is not, but, you know, you are especially mysterious. Well, alright. Be safe then. I must be away for my father's funeral awaits.
I am sorry. It is a sad day, and Lord Zelig was a good man.
I climbed back in my coach and glanced out to wave farewell, but in the place of the young woman stood an old hag watching me. I have been deceived. The shadows seemed to draw in around her, leaving her face indistinct. It's always old hags who take the appearance of young woman? No, not in Baldur's Gate, but you know, here. The old hag. This is why she wasn't afraid, this is why she is so feisty. Only an old hag can be this feisty. Right, I stop now.
Be wary.
Oh,
Viserek dead the wolves are circling.
sorry, what the heck? What? Thank you, old woman? Are these keys? No, okay. I see.
I am a carefree
Here, this,
herbalist
where,
from
here
a
she
small
says
village
something,
near
here she
Mons.
doesn't. Interesting.
The house of an Airstrick may have an important part in the future of the kingdom. Do not presume to know who your friends and enemies are.
I certainly do not, especially now. I will try to, you know, double check every person I come across for maybe all of them, maybe 100 years older than they seem to be. Alright, beautiful city.
Whoa there.
I think I like the artwork so far. It is rather enjoyable. And this, I think this is very adorable, even though it sometimes hurts the eyes, because I think it is a bit, it looks like it wants to be like 3D in cinema, but I think I'll get used to it. The carriage came to a sudden stop, which jolted me awake. I thought that on my return home after so many years that I would watch it all. rising up over the hill to see Mans, entering the gates, the ride to my family home. But I had been traveling for 3 days now, and I had barely been too tired. No, sorry, I had clearly been too tired to stay awake, despite my strange encounter in the northern forest. Still, I was home. Perhaps it was unkind of me, but when I stepped out, I was surprised to be greeted by Hoffman. I expected him to be long retired by now. Despite his age, he stood tall as he greeted me. Hoffman!
Welcome home, my lord.
Albrecht
I trust
Hoffman.
Your journey was a pleasant one.
Sorry, what is the name of our country? Was it Ruthheim or something? Is it Ruthenia? Is it Czechia? But it's Venedig. We fought a war against Venedig, so we would be more Carpentania. Where is that? Is that Yugoslavia? Maybe, but Albrecht Hoffmann is very Austrian, aka German. I trust your journey was a pleasant one, as best as one could expect given the circumstances. I have returned home to bury my father, Albrecht. No, it was not a pleasant journey. It was tiring. Get my bags, Albrecht. No, I think as best as one could expect given the circumstances. The old man said nothing, and there was no expression on his face. He just nodded slightly and indecipherable, as I recalled. Nothing about this exchange gave away how close he had been to my father, raising him after grandfather's death, tutoring him, following him to war, even minding my mother in recent years. If he was hurting from the death, and I knew he was, he hid it well. I must have been staring for too long, because he cut the silence.
If sir wishes to go inside, I shall follow along with the luggage.
He looks sad.
I
He
am
could just be
Albrecht,
very tired.
butler to the family Van Ilstrick since even your father was a boy.
I nodded and left him be. Okay, we can either walk with WASD. Oh, I see. Graphic settings lets you turn off the painterly effect. Water. Let's see how would it look like. I don't see any change. Huh? Oh, this is this is reflections. My God. Let's turn this back on. I should read. Is it in graphics then? Brightness, full screen, frame rate, shadow quality. Oh, this painterly effect. I see. Off. Apply. Oh, okay. Now it looks a lot more like. Lot more CRPG-ly. Let's see. Because I think I can get used to it, because it's quite beautiful. It can be quite beautiful. Let's see. Let's turn it to low. Okay, low is doing things with the lighting that I very much like. Do to normal. Apply. I think this is the default, right? Settings. Or was it on high? Oh no, it was on high. High just looks too much. Let's put it on low. I think I like this one. It is a bit water painted stuffy, but it is also good enough. Can sprint with shift? It's very weird that I can move with WASD now. Oh, a cat. Hello. Black and white cat sat here, watching me suspiciously. I reached out a hand because we have to pet every cat. Carlo? Right. The beast hissed and ran off around the house. Okay. Bye bye. Gun chest. Ah, yes. You can turn the camera with E. Oh! Hint, you can view your active tasks by using the journal icon in your taskbar. This icon is a book. Alright, let's take all of this. Spade, a digging implement, also a makeshift weapon or limited effectiveness. Attack, melee, slow strike, action points 3. Scythe, a farm tool. Not bad as a weapon too. 2 to 3 tiles, slow strike, base damage. Okay, let's take all of this. Can we wear this? Yes, we can. We may use the scythe at some point, but yeah, now we are a pirate. Bottles. Okay. Let's take a walk around the castle before we... It's a beautiful location, by the way. A boat. Our boat hadn't been tended to in an age. I wonder if it was still seaworthy. The jetty. I had fond memories of jumping into the sea from here with my friends Diedrich and Flip. Long hot summers, a lifetime ago. I wonder how they are doing. Water? What can we do with the water? I did not have a vessel in my hand to fill with water. Okay. Klaus, Albrecht. Can we talk to Klaus? The rider looked down at me, a grizzled and unkind
I'll be on
face.
my way once I get my coin.
But what of that strange encounter we had outside the city?
I don't ask questions, and neither should you.
Okay. Journal. Notes, to-do list. Before anything else, I need to talk to Albrecht and my mother and learn what I can about my father's death. You can make your own entries in the journal by hovering over the last entry and using plus. Ah, I see. Very cool. I'll keep this here to remind me of it. I like this design. It is very beautiful. Also, this book opening is so cool. Reminds me of old games.
Please, go inside and I'll follow along with the bags once I pay the driver.
I'll be on my way
Yeah,
once I
sorry.
get my coin.
Noted an understanding. Alrighty. This leads to the city. Alright, let's head inside. Let's talk to our mother. My house. My family's house. It was just as I remembered. Less cavernous, perhaps, but still an impressive room, with a grand staircase leading up to bedrooms and private offices. There was no sign of any of our servants, however, and there, beside the fire, my mother slumbered. We talked to our mother right away. Oh, is that the same cat? Hello, Albrecht. I don't wanna wake the cat yet. Let's check our cases. The possessions, such as they were, some changes of clothes, some books, nothing of real value. Wine. A afraid of my father's most precious wines. Why was this sitting in the entrance hall? Uh-oh. Is she getting rid of all my father's belongings? Why were these paintings off the wall? Albrecht would know. Partial suit of armor. Where was the rest of this armor? I need to ask Albrecht. Oh, that's just lighting. Okay. Albrecht, before I wake my mother, I have some questions. Control cards, we will touch them soon. When I next saw Albrecht, he was standing in the lobby beside my bags.
Can I help you, my lord?
Albrecht, first of all, your letter didn't mention how my father died. A sharp look from him then. He must not have wanted the question, but surely he expected it? Alright, no voice line for this one. Forgive me, my lord, but I must confess I am embarrassed to tell you. He was found dead in a bush. The smell of alcohol is strong of him. The herbalist, Hallen, performed the autopsy and said it was failure of the heart brought on by an overindulgence in liquor. The herbalist? Did this city have no doctors? I should find and question this man soon. Okay. Meanwhile, I need to search the house for more evidence on my father's drinking habits. Why the herbalist and not a surgeon? I am afraid I do not know why. He is a learned man, I suppose. Sorry, did you say drunk in a bush? Yes, some broken bottles were found scattered around him. With the funeral, I've not had time to tidy the area. Should you wish to look, it's around the back of the house. Yes, I already saw them. Well, alright, who found him then? The groundskeeper found him as he began his morning chores. Anticipating my next question, Albrecht cut me off. Nikos is not here. He no longer works for the family. Why not? Perhaps a discussion best left for now. But in brief, with your father's passing, the family's financial affairs are unstable. Well, these are grim news indeed. I could not talk of my father's death no longer. Alright. Before we talk about this, I have not seen the rest of the house staff since arriving home, Albrecht. Where are they? Ah, yes. They have been temporarily let go, I am afraid. In brief, your father's passing. Yes, okay. Yes. Why is there half a suit of armor on display? Where's the rest of it? Ah, we are in the midst of selling some pieces. Sorry, what? In brief... Okay, yeah, thank you. Why are all these paintings taken off the walls? I swear, if you tell me the exact same thing again. I will get loud. Sorry, when did we get that black cat? A new arrival since I was last home? Oh, that annoying creature. It turned up only recently and started pestering us. I would have driven the beast away, but your mother insisted on feeding it. I see. That we have finances for. Well, Farewell for now. A set of condolence cards was displayed on the table. I swear to God, we can read 10 cards now. I will do it, but this will take time. I opened the card from my uncle, Baron Gervais. Oh my God, this hurts. Juliana, I still cannot believe he is gone. What with the pomp over, I will be taking some time to mourn him. Mourn him, sorry. My God, to mourn him. If you need anything while I am gone, ask Lucas. I'm sorry that I need to retreat away. When you need me most, I failed him and now I fail you. Sorry, Gervais. This is rather sad. I mean, my father died, of course, this is sad. I read the captain from Guard Captain Willard Werner. More crosses. Madame von Elstick, your husband was and will continue to be a great inspiration to me and my soldiers. Oh, we will endeavor and holy moly. I have no idea. We will endeavor to keep Mans and all of Rusten as safe as he did. Endeavor? I don't know. Know that it takes a legion to replace him. Guard Captain Willard Werner. I checked the offering from a man named Lord Richard Carnell. A very bright cross. Von Elstix, I am saddened by your loss, Lord Richard Carnell. Thanks. I read the card from my cousin Lucas von Elstick. What are the bets? That every card has a cross on it. Or is there one who doesn't believe? Who knows? Dearest aunt, I am inconsolable at the loss of Uncle Zelik. If you need anything at this time, please, anything I can do, just ask. I spotted a card from the Queen of Rusten, Ulka III. Beautiful card. Oui, the House von Elstick. I am deeply saddened by the loss of one of Rusten's finest sons. His efforts in service to his country these past 30 plus years have kept this great nation safe and prosperous. Though admittedly difficult times. It is truly hard to say that we would stand so tall were it not for his sacrifices. Know that I shall hold a vigil for him on the day of his funeral, and that the royal household shall be fasting in his honor and memory. Fasting? Yes, fasting. Mein Gott, okay. Ulka. Okay. Queen? No, so mein Gott. Ulka K. I see. There was one from my friend Diedrich and his grandmother Sybil. Hey, a rose. Let's go. I think like a rose amidst all of these crosses has a lot more meaning. It stands out. Madame von Elstick, we don't have the words to convey our sympathies. If there's anything you need, you have but to ask. Diedrich and Sybil Wosentum. Okay. The second card from Diedrich was addressed to me alone. Another flower. Alistair, I am so sorry. I admired your father. Always wish he'd been my dad. Let's drink to his memory when you get back, yeah? Dietrich. Sure, I think that would be lovely. One of the cards was enigmatically signed S. A rose. Death comes for all of us in the end, but how do we greet him? Cowering? Angry? Battering like a statesman, perhaps? Or with open arms, like a friend? S. Okay. It's cryptic, but I guess that is the case. There was one from the local priest, Father Olivier. Dear Van Elstix, I am wounded by the news of the loss. Such a loss to you, us in the city, and the entire nation. I'll set in motion plans for such a grand funeral to ferry him off to our Lord God and his heavenly angels. A saint of a man. My heart weeps for you, Father Olivier. Pushed to the back was a card from my friend Sophia. I knew that was her name. Cross. Okay. Alistair. Sorry to hear about your father. Still, maybe you can come home now, eh? Sophia. Yes, I can. I already am. Maybe we can also drink. As I am now. I stepped away from the table. Man, funerals. Sad. I think, yeah, I have not been to a single funeral in my life yet. And the vibes, the background, obviously, all around it, it's just sad, it's depressing, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. Let's have another chat with the cat. It was sleeping peacefully. I see. Mother? Juliana? Can we not turn? Oh, okay. Okay. I called to Mother as she walked by me, but she seemed oblivious to my presence. Uh-oh.
Where is that damn cook? Zelig will be back soon and there's nothing to eat.
Oh no, she's in denial. Oh, this makes this so much worse. Oh, this makes this so much worse. Oh, truly, there's one thing, you know, it's already sad enough. Your father is dead and you have to make arrangements for the funeral, and you know, you have now a widowed mother. Only to now have her deny it and pretend that this didn't happen, and you know, your family estate is not in decline now, and where are the cooks? Where are they? My father apparently died from drinking too much whiskey, and I have never seen whiskey in the house. I need to search for clues. Okay, then I go back to where we saw the bottles. I should, yeah. I should find Nikos, our ex-gardener, and discuss my father's death. Yeah, okay. Can we talk once more?
Can I help you, my lord?
My mother, she doesn't... How should I put it? She seems worse than normal. The old man inhaled deeply and sighed. Yes, she's been declining rapidly since your father passed. Not sleeping, confusion, losing sense of where she is. I am hoping your return will anchor her some. I am sure that in a few days, when the pain lessens, she will sleep better. Properly, normally. Until then, she wanders a little lost, and I help her get sleep when she can. Yes, I am sure she will be fine in time, Master Alistair. I'm sure of it. Has a doctor seen her? No, but there is nothing a doctor can do for her. Sorry, what? For her? Bar lock her away in a madhouse? I won't allow that, Alistair. Sorry, Master Alistair. I see. Not the priest, I guess. Okay. Can you tell me more about the financial issue? Maybe I can have a look. Master, I cannot say much about it, as I'm still not clear on it all myself. Your father, it seems, had managed to run down his finances. Oh, Namnat, thank you for honoring me with sign language, which I now have to translate so I can make sure that it isn't profanity. Stecke dir diese Nüsse in den Mund. Put these nuts in your mouth. Nice. Thank you, Namnat. I cannot say anything about. I cannot say anything against it. Where were we? While alive, he was keeping things going, though just enough to mask it from me. When things settle more, and with your permission, I will begin to go through the finances in his office to make sense of the situation. Sure, do that. I obscenely nodded in agreement as I considered what my father had done. Perhaps I should look through these documents in my father's office as well. Ah, what can you tell me about the funeral plans? He paused a moment. It has already happened, my lord. He was cremated and entombed yesterday, and you tell me I missed my father's funeral. We did not receive word of your arrival, so your uncle hastened the event as your mother's health has been understandably poor since his passing. I had hoped to allow you more time to rest after your trip before telling you. I was shocked at this, and I'm sure that Albrecht noticed. An uncharacteristic softness came over him then. It was a subtle affair, I assure you. Why was the funeral so soon after his death? Surely they could have waited another day for me to arrive. Ah, okay, they did not know that I arrived, so you already said that. I decided to bid him farewell and go on with my day. I traveled all this way, and they had already had the funeral. This is very suspicious. Oh, the door opens automatically. Dining table. Father had many important meals at this table, but I was never invited to those. More paintings that will be sold. Not this one though. Made. Okay. I sat at the piano and played. Alone, as I had played so many times as a child. After a time, I ceased. Family room. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. I will not read all of this. Maybe I'll read it at a later point, but for now I will show this here. Next slide. Go on. But this is Gulliver's Travels 1726 from Jonathan Swift. Okay, interesting. Oh, Love in Excess. Wait, oh, so is there a book in every? No, there is not. Okay. Robinson Crusoe. Robinson Crusoe, 1719, from Daniel Defoe. I'm sure you can pause this at any point and read it. Love in Excess. Love in Excess, or The Fatal Inquiry. 1720, from Eliza Haywood. Okay. I like that they have a lot of books apparently that you can read up on. It's a big estate. It's I should search my father's office. Alright, let's oh, should we go outside first? Back to the bottles. But should we finish up inside? I think we should finish up inside first. Bathroom. You know, bathroom? Did they have these? Maybe. Now, if they would have a sink in the bathroom as well, or in the toilet room, I guess. No window, by the way, so if you take, you know, a dumpy in there, it will stink. One of my favorite places in the house. Many was the night when Albrecht would bring me here to fix me a late snack once mother and father had gone to bed. When Albrecht seems like a good person. I took a ladle, I took a pot. I will also take another cooking pot. And I think I should not take any more. Oh, can we cook? Interesting. Stove. Let's put this here. Larder. Oh. Assortment of food. Assorted food. Apple, grease, in a bowl. Does this game has a cooking mechanic? Okay, we can fill these up with water that we saw outside, I think. So, yeah. Alright, there's also a cellar. Storeroom. My father's drink rack. Bottles of wine. Yeah, this is... my god. This is very weird that he drank himself to death from whiskey if he was a wine drinker. Because I know a person called Barky who is an advocate of whiskey but is a hater of wine. So I don't think you can drink both. You have to decide between one of them. This was clearly a trapdoor, heavy looking, reinforced with metal braces, and with no obvious locking mechanism. I could not see any way to open it. Perhaps Albrecht might know something. The hell did I do? Buggy, you are an alcohol connoisseur, right? Who drinks wine with whiskey? No one. No one does that. I'm just saying that if you like wine, you don't like whiskey. And if you like whiskey, you don't like wine. Right? I like whiskey, yes. And you don't like wine. Hate wine with passion. See? And now they tell me my father is a wine drinker and he drank himself to death with whiskey? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense to me. A dusty storeroom where my father kept mementos of his adventuring days. This was another room. I had been forbidden to enter as a child. Okay. He did what? Yeah, apparently he drank himself to death with whiskey and he stumbled into a bush. It is a very weird. Oh, I see. I cannot open this. Okay, okay. Ooh, musket pistol, a knife, the military medal. Military medal of my father's. When the fuck was that? That is a good question. I don't know. I only know that he apparently already got a funeral, like immediately after. It was all very fast, so even more suspicious. Oh, sorry, Baki. Sorry, not my real life father. It is in-game Baki. If you were wondering that, my God, Baki, it is not not my in-game father. Sorry, not my real game. No, my real life father. My God, Baki. See what you make me do. It is my in-game father I'm talking about. You are an idiot. What do you mean? Baki, you are just, very tired and you maybe did not catch the premise of this game. An old party dress of my mother's. I remembered her wearing this at a big event in honor of Zelig when I was quite small. Did I take it? It did. Sells for 4 crowns. I would not like to sell my mother's party dress. I took a telescope. Nice. The door to Albrecht's room was always locked, understandable as it was his only place of refuge. Bro, giving me heart attacks at almost 1 AM. I only heard about my name with whiskey, then you throw in your dad. I guess that makes sense, yeah, if you put it that way. Yeah, but no, my in-game father has passed and he apparently drank himself to death with whiskey, although he was a wine drinker, and this seems very suspicious. How do we get there? Is there like a secret door? Oops, is this? Oh, this is toggle. Just, well, not a chest. Linen bag and more jars. Do we have infinite space? Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe we just have the 4 rows, 4 pockets. Okay. That was that. Then let's go check out... Oops, not here. Let's check out the top floor once we talk to Albrecht about the cellar and my father's office.
Can I help you, my lord?
Do you know anything about the trapdoor in the floor of our storeroom? Yes, my lord. The old wine cellar is below there. He paused for a moment before continuing. Zelek had it bolted down after some creatures found their way in through an old tunnel. Creatures? Indeed, I only got a brief glimpse myself. They were horrid, cowering things with cruel fangs and claws. Your father and uncle drove them off easily, though, and dispatched several in the process. Do you know how it can be opened? Would that be wise? Besides, I do not know. Sorry. What? Thanks. Oh boy. Oh boy. My father wasn't in the office. He'd often be here. I used to wait for him to leave so I could look at whatever he had just been reading. On the Conquest of Liches. The Conquest of Liches, 1729, by Cecil van Schuyler. I bet we will learn, actually, how to combat these creatures. On the safe procurement of Devil's Wood, 1726, by Cecil van Schuyler. Oi. The Caged Creature of Cavaza. Unknown date, by Rocco di Zorzi. Or Zorzi, I don't know. I'm just assuming. Ancient. Oh, sorry. What's. Sorry. Memoirs was studying the ancient cultures of the Adriatic, 1652, by Roberta van Obst, Royal Antiquarian, to Edda the First. Stones of Mans. Interesting. The Greek Tale of Arachne. Date unknown. Author unknown. Guys, I already had trouble deciphering the letters. Okay, this means transformed. Okay, but maybe, you know, as a history student, one might have to learn how to decipher old texts. So far, this is a very pretty game, I must say. Where my cousin Lucas stayed when he was with us, I wondered when his room last saw use. Okay. Oh, that's a bathroom. Very nice. That's another toilet. Oops. And then there is just an empty room. Just leather trousers, ladder, cloth. What? Sorry, what? Am I now wearing... Oh, okay, I'm wearing this now. Maybe one as bandage. Oh! Let's see. So there is a bandage system. My old room. It was strange being back. I felt the same every time I returned home. Though it hadn't really been my home since I was sent away 14 years prior. Just a place I came to see my family. Now, just a place to visit my mother. And so sad. Just, we already have these. Sure. What does that go here? I see. I wore a leather coat. Now I'm fully stacked in leather. Wait, am I? Yeah. How long does this reloading take? Dangerous weapon with a limited accuracy and poor reload time. Attack ranged accuracy loss at 2.5 meters. Fast strike, action point 2 APs, reload APs 8. Military 5. Woof. I don't want to go to bed just now. Let's check the other corner. Or doorbell rang loudly. I made my way to the hall to see who it was. Okay. It was my childhood friend, Sophia.
You're back? This is delightful news.
Oh, nice. Something good amongst all these pressing news.
It's been a few years, and you have gotten so handsome.
I see. You are still playing with me, Sophia. Her grinning face felt serious then.
I heard of your father's passing. Terrible thing, but it won't overshadow my joy at seeing you. I am Sophia, a childhood friend of yours.
Well, Sophia, what have you been up to since I was away?
Oh, this and that. I never really settled on anything, being honest.
Really? You were going to be an artist the last time we met.
Yes, I was.
But? She shrugged and then sighed dramatically.
I didn't manage to sell many, I'm afraid. I'm not cut out for it, it seems.
Well, Sophia, it's been some time, but do you recall our first meeting all these years ago in the cemetery? Yes, of course. Silly children's games. You seemed fixated on the creatures that infest the crypts. This seemed strange to me at the time. It's funny how a chance meeting can lead to a lifelong friendship, yeah. Sophia smiled uncertainly, but nodded in agreement. We'll talk again later then. I'll just tag along with you for a bit and help you sort things out before you head into the city. Sure. You're not following me. Okay. And now we will go into my father's room. My parents' bedroom. Even now it felt like a violation to be here. Paintings. 2 portraits of my mother. I recall the more recent one being painted when I was last home. The one of her as a younger woman must have been commissioned right around the time I was born, and it always hung here. Even in the older painting, I could now see a hint of something in her face. Despair, perhaps, which I had never noticed before. My mother's journal was a mess of disjointed sentences and lists, as if she was trying to remind herself of even the most basic of tasks. Oh man. Strange stone. Small key. No, I don't want to wear it. You fool, this is probably... wedding ring. Is this a balcony? Oh no, this is a solid wall. Okay. Wardrobe. Hoodies, black dress, red gown, fancy dress. Okay. My father's study, where he spent most of his time. Diary of a barkeep. Diary of a barkeep, 1650s approximately. Author, unknown barkeep in Aachen. Where's my father keeping? Here's Zelig. I found this curious diary in a bar I recently acquired in Aachen. Given some of our prior conversations, I suspected you might at least get some amusement out of it. Werner could love it if you came out to visit again soon. Yours always, E. Portrait of Aldous Schmidt. I had a vague memory of the man from my youth. General alongside my father and uncle. Close friend of theirs. Marked his death as 1726 during the Lich War. No. Amidst all the books in these shelves, an old volume entitled Seances for the Living caught my eye. I could find it here again later, if it seemed useful. Foreshadowing? Looked like there was something up there. Could probably reach it with a stretch. Spend 0 skip on the climb on the shelf to reach it. A copy of the play Macbeth. Inside was an unaddressed letter my father had clearly intended to send, but now never would. Oman, you owe me a debt, and I intend to collect in a week hence. Sorry, what? I warn you neither to disappoint nor shortchange me. The result of either would be most unpleasant for you. Zillig van Erklingen. A full set of armor. My father's armor. It had been gathering dusts here since the Lich War. I could see that it has undergone several repairs, including a severe gash on the back. Father had been lucky to survive that war. Then again, I considered anybody who came back from that war to be lucky. I considered making use of it. Skill check, strength level 2. Let's struggle with it. It was an impressive collection of books with a wide range of titles. Academic. I could see a collection of the English poet Shakespeare, a copy of Machiavelli's The Prince, and even some recent works such as Paradise Lost, and a copy of Robinson Crusoe. So our background interacts with the environment as well. My father's desk, a pile of maps and writing scattered across it. It seemed he was a messy in later life, as I recalled from my childhood. I examined the papers. It was a scattering of personal and academic papers. My father was not, to my memory, a particularly learned man, so I was surprised to see writings from Zosimos, D, and Paracelsus. I could make out no discernible pattern in what my father had been researching. I also looked at the maps. Up-to-date charts of the known world and sketching of the local areas with various nearby tombs marked out. And I searched for details on matters financial. After Albrecht mentioned the family affairs, I ignored the other text and focused on a ledger showing my father's expenses. Things were bleaker than I expected, and I could understand why Albrecht decided to cut back on the staff. With my father alive, he could have held things together, certainly. But what were a butler and my mother to do with that loss of income? Where had all this money gone? The ledger showed it bleeding out, but to where? Perhaps in those books he had been looking for a way to turn lead to gold? There were also some letters on the desk of note. The one demanding payment or else stood out. I was shocked to see my father was in debt to some shady sort, but given his finances, I understood at least. What does it say, Alistair? Money problems, certainly. I will need to help around here. Serious money problems, I fear, and some kind of money lender is involved. Moneylender, okay. I see. Yeah, let's take the serious money problems. Oh my. The lift. They are as messy as I found. In truth, I have actually left it tidier. Check the bush. My father apparently died from drinking, yet I have never seen whiskey in the house. I need to search for clues. Should follow the herbalist. We finally should talk. Yeah, okay. Let's see if Albrecht has something new to say now. And then we go somewhere else. So I'll take Sophie to my room once at least to see if she has something to say. Pressing buttons, which I know from other RPGs, are highlighting stuff to find, like I think Alt, Shift, and Tab are buttons. Not respectfully, but what is the term? Independently, or not together. Not Alt, Shift, Tab together.
Can I help you, my lord?
Nothing new, apparently. Alright. Well, we have searched my father's home, my home, my mother's home. I think we should also go outside again. There she is. I not have a vessel in my hand. Well, I called to mother as she walked by me, but she seemed oblivious to my presence. And she walks back inside. Can I equip this? Okay. Very interesting. Alrighty, once again, we are behind the mansion. A mess of whiskey bottles lay scattered on the ground beneath a battered bush. So this was where my father was found. Skill check, knowledge 3. Spend 0 skill points to recall something of your father. Didn't recall my father being a whiskey drinker. Small key to inventory. There's what a small key, half buried in dirt. Must have fallen from my father's pocket when he was here. I put it in my bag. Could this be... Okay, now I have 2 small keys. Cannot stack them. Oh, I fear the inventory will be very messy at some point. Okay, I have a suspicion. And at least one of these keys are for my father's work. My father's workroom is not this way. Let's see. This room was always locked. Really? Can I equip this key? What this key? Well, then now that I know that I can just equip right on anything in here, that means I can also now fill up some jars with water. What did Albrecht tell you about your father's last days? He said my father died from overindulgence in alcohol. On whiskey bottles where his body lay in the bushes. I don't recall him drinking whiskey before, though. So he died from whiskey, or someone wanted it to seem that he did. You could check his office to see if he had a private supply. Remember that small locker he used to keep hidden from us, right beside the big desk? Although it said nothing, I did remember that locker. He used to keep a little key to it on a chain around his neck. Inside I remember only that he kept his belt, for times that I had earned reprimand. Wait, do you mean this small box? That I already opened? Combine two items here. Can I combine this and this? No, okay. Oh, probably not in the storage room, then probably somewhere else. Oopsie, this is not where I want to be. Mother, please, I beg you, talk to me. Mother. Oh, what did Albrecht tell you about your father's last days? This is the exact same discussion we just had, Sophia. Yes. You could check his office to see if he had a private supply. Remember that small locker he used to keep hidden from us right beside. Yes. We just talked about this, Sophia. So please don't keep interrupting me. Was like, no. Please do that because then I know you have something important to tell me. Probably, unless it is something you already told me. We will talk again later. Already a small locket, a small chest. Is it this one? The drawer. The drawer was locked to find the key. But I have the key. One of them is the key. The drawer was locked. Put the key here. Okay. The key fitted the lock. A bottle of port, even his private stash didn't have whiskey. Surely he would have had some whiskey in the house if he was so fond of it. But everything was wine. Something didn't add up. No whiskey to be found. Was he really a whiskey drinker at all? I hadn't been home for a long time before this. But what I had learned on my return made me wonder if things had changed a lot in that time, or if I had been too young to form a realistic picture of my family. My mother was ill, very ill. I remember her being absent as a child, not distant. She had been a loving mother, just one who was different. Only now I could see she had been dealing with something significant. Father had been in a precarious place leading up to his death, which itself raised suspicions in me. I resolved to stay in Mans for a time, to assist my mother. Not wishing to be a further drain on the family, I would go in the city and look for work. All the while, I would seek answers about my father's death. Something was not adding up, and I wanted to know what. It was time to go in the city. A strange trinket, blue stone ring, leather gloves, a belt, a knife. Let's take all of this. I wore the blue stone ring. Yeah, let's take this. What about the trinket? I like how it already tells you what it does. Mana boost when worn or held. Wait, I'm wearing the medal. I have no right doing that. Can I wear this then? No. Let's wear or hold this trinket then. It is weird.
Hello!
You should go into the city now to look for work and talk to people about the strange circumstances. And Diedrich will want to see you. Right? Question is, Sophia, do we do that today? It is quite late. At least here. Can I pet you now? Sleeping peacefully. No. Wait, what is this? Firewood. I took firewood. Can I take more firewood? No. Okay, does that mean we can do a lot more? Stove, okay, it's just the same. Put stirring tool here like ladle. Ingredient. So not for firewood. I wonder if we put all of this in there. I mean, it is the obvious choice, unless because they gave us 2 jars in this room, and we now know that we can equip this in our main hand. Am I holding it, by the way? Am I holding a jar? Doesn't look like it. Hello. I filled the jar with water. Jar of water. Let's fill another one with water just to have like a buffer. Maybe we can gift it to someone for a favor. Right. Klaus is gone, Albrecht is inside. You can just change stuff here, okay. I look very, very interesting. But yeah, what is this? This was feedback. What is this? Time of day. It is afternoon. You cannot currently advance time. Okay. Let's check our journal one more time. To-do list. I should find Halen, the herbalist, and ask him why he did the autopsy on my father. I also should find Nikos, our ex-gardener, and discuss my father's death. I need to seek work in the city to help support the family family's finances and, meanwhile, investigate my father's demise. Oof. Man, from all the usual CRPG openings, I must say this is the most heavy one. I mean, we spent an hour in the prologue building our character backstory. And then we have like this funeral directly at the beginning. Not really what I expected, but I mean, I expected that something must happen for us to turn to necromancy. So maybe something worse will still happen to us. I also wonder if we had chosen the gang at the beginning, or if this Werner dude would have showed up here, or if we have chosen Lucas, if Lucas would have shown up here instead of Sophia. Which is, I guess this is also very cool to just shape your game, make it more unique. But yeah, my throat is getting drier and drier, even though I am constantly moisturizing it with water. And it is also getting very late here in this real world, not inside this beautiful crafted artwork. So I guess we will call it for today. Next time we will go into the city. Should have chugged. What should have chugged? I don't want to chug anything. Oh, you mean the water? Yeah, I'm chugging water constantly, Shuki. Also, hi. It is early in the morning for you, so I'm glad you're stopping by to say hello. Water, I heard. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, maybe we could... Hi, I've been awake since 2 hours ago. Oh god. That is quite early. Just watching from the shadows. I see. You are, as they call, a lurker. Lurking in the shadows. Watching. Being like a ghoul. I like the black cat. Wait, how long have you been watching the entire 2? Wait, not the entire 2 hours. So you have seen maybe... You definitely saw both cat encounters. I mean, if the cat hissed at you, it is normal cat behavior at first. Just be calm. Make yourself smaller. Offer your hand in marriage, and then they will approach in due time. You know what? Actually, I think the early carriage scene and first fight. Whoa, you have been here a long time then. Just after the prologue then. But maybe we go into the city. Uncovered some suspicious clues about your father's death. From around the corner, a familiar face. Oh, is this... Oh yeah, this is... I like how his statue just didn't change at all from when we were boys. I've got a familiar face appeared. Whiskey time? No, it is not whiskey time. Whiskey is bad.
It is you!
Diedrich!
Oh, I saw the carriage pull up and hoped.
Diedrich, my childhood friend. His demeanor was as cheerful as ever. and as oblivious, considering the circumstance.
It is good to see you. How are you?
How am I? I am uncovering, like, why my father is dead, and there is something that is not adding up. After a moment, the penny dropped.
Well, yes, of course. The funeral. Terrible thing. I was at it. Shame you weren't. You would have liked...
I would have liked being there, Dietrich, only that it was held in my absence. He trailed off as he heard himself, rubbed the back of his head and stared thoughtfully at the ground. Sophia chuckled loudly.
Well, yes.
Dietrich, you old fool, you haven't changed a bit. Or I'd hoped to be back in time for it, but it was not to be. Are we? I mean, I feel very depressed right now, not gonna lie, man. This was very heavy so far. But I guess, you know, seeing Sophia cheered me up, and now seeing Dietrich also. So, Dietrich, you old fool, you haven't changed a bit. Then you would hug them again. He laughed and the tension was cut. Nice. I still have my way with words.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here I am years after seeing you and I'm no different. Foot and mouth, first opportunity.
Workers' trust increase +2, educated trust increase +2.
I'm Dietrich, your childhood best friend. A humble child of Mars.
Trust, very trusting, 104. Workers and educated. Okay. Yes, I'm looking for short-term work here now, though. I mean, having a very good relationship with the workers would probably be good then.
Well, there are plenty of offerings about the place. I'm sure you'll find something.
You could give me pointers.
Look, meet me for a drink in Garnett's Tavern later, and we'll have a right proper catch-up.
Alright, I do like ketchup. I look forward to it. Dietrich's trust increased by +2. You do have to tell me though where Garnett's Tavern is.
Yeah, sorry. You won't know it yet. She only bought it last year. It's the tavern on the other side of the river. Cross the bridge at the marketplace.
Thank you.
Here, I'll mark it on your map.
Oh god, I hear Preston Garvey. Alright, do you, by any chance, have any idea where I might find employment?
Try the docks, maybe?
I was hoping for a more less physical work, but sure, I'll try them.
Try over at the academy.
Hey, that is better.
There's a school there, and I think they're a teacher short.
That is a lot better.
There might be some work for a knowledgeable person such as you.
Thank you, Dietrich. I like that they highlight this way. I mean, this game is very, very cute. I like it. I like the style. Nux should go to the academy. Yeah. I mean, if you go to the academy out of game, you go to the academy in game. He scratched his head thoughtfully.
Oh, yes. I saw a sign outside Garnett's this morning. Take a look at that. It might be a job advert.
I'll go to the academy.
Here, I'll mark them all on your map.
Thank you. It was lovely to meet you again, Dietrich. I'll make my leave for now. See you again this evening. My friend bowed as I turned away. I'll be off now too, Alistair. I will be at Garnett's too, sooner rather than later.
I am Sophia.
She is only with the workers. Okay. Okay, I heard my journal scratch something. Wait, they all have names? Yes, they have. Nice. I should find Helen, I should the Nikos, I need to seek work. Dietrich suggested I try Market Tavern, the Docks, or a place called the Academy for potential work. I said I meet Dietrich for a drink in the Market Tavern this evening. Oh boy. Our home is right next to the graveyard. We wish to no. Wish to explore the city on my own. Alrighty, this is the river, this is Tavern, and the Academy is just there, okay. What do we have? Also the cathedral here. Maybe we can go into the cathedral. If I... Oh, I'm running the complete opposite direction. 10 out of 10, yes. Oh, there's the graveyard. Oh, it has beautiful, beautiful windows. Und glass. Oh, I bet the lighting in there is beautiful. Can I go in there? Like to visit the cathedral. My God. Oh, the atmosphere is completely different. Let's take off our hat. Did you say you wanted to wrap up soon? A little late, not man. Yeah, but you know, I think I'll see. I mean, I don't have to go anywhere soon. Oh, it's Father Olivier. Can you please not run away from me? As I approached the priest, he spread his arms wide to welcome me.
My child, word reached me that you had returned home to pay your respects for your father. Most noble.
Not a bit more than exactly, not a bit more, and we'll see. Maybe I'll end before the tavern meetup, unless there's a lot between here and then. I think I'll end at max in half an hour. The funeral was not meant to happen until after I arrived, Father. What happened? This is what also intrigues me the most. Someone wanted to do something very quickly. My father confide anything in you, Father. Has my mother been able to attend church of late? May I visit the Grim Chamber? What is the Grim Chamber? I must be frank with you. I am suspicious about my father's death. I will not tell anyone about my suspicions yet. Anybody could be a suspect. Alrighty. But let's ask this question. The funeral was not meant to happen after I arrived, Father. What happened?
Your uncle requested it be moved forward. He feared the Shroud had intentions of breaking in and taking the body, even with the extra guard on the Grim.
The Shroud?
I had understood that to be the family's wishes. Though now I suspect you had no say in it. I do apologize, my child.
Did my uncle have any reason to fear the Shroud?
My child, we all have reasons to fear the Shroud, but I cannot say if he received threats or something else to cause such concern. It was not my place to pry.
Has my mother been able to attend church as of late?
In truth, her attendance has not been so good of late. Mr. Hoffman had been taking her more than your father these past, say, 6 months. But even then, her absence is cruel. But worry not for her immortal soul. I have called to her often and tended to her spiritual needs. Now that you're home, perhaps you shall accompany her when she's able?
Sure. Of course, Father. Gentry.
I am Father Olivier Huber.
Splendid. And of course, Mr. Hoffman can continue to call for me as your mother needs. Did my father confide anything in you, Father? I'm sure he will not be able to speak of this, as it is not a priest's right to tell someone else something that was confided.
Your father was a man who, well, worshipped the Lord in his own way. He would come to church with your mother when her health allowed it, but he chose to battle any demons he may have had without the spiritual armor of confession.
Alrighty. So, the Grim lasted only 5 nights? The Grim is apparently the funeral. Yes, of course. There were cries for a longer Grim. So many mourners wanted time to say their piece to your father, wish him well on his coming journey. It was only to be expected. But the more mourners that attended the Grim, the more likely some of the shroud could access the body. Your uncle was beside himself. He wanted a funeral befitting your father, but also to protect him. In the end, he opted for a shorter, private Grim with a funeral procession. A good compromise, I thought. May I visit the Grim Chamber? I wish to pay tribute to my father, and the crypts are too dangerous. This is the closest thing I can get to his final resting place. Next, when you're going to have stickers? I guess when I commission someone to do them, which is not in the next couple of days and weeks, for I am flat out broke.
Of course, my child. It should be open to you. Just enter the tower and go down.
I've taken enough of your time, Father. Not at all, my child. My time is yours to take. Again, my condolences for your loss. Or the tower and then go down. The Virgin Mary with the baby Jesus in her arms. Is this the tower? Also, what did I say? Guys, the lighting is beautiful, although it is slightly concerning that the flames are blue, but you know, I thought only undead were allowed to have RGB lights, but you know. Christine Pfeiffer. The lighting is tight. What is this? Is this... Okay, let's take the empty jar. Holy water. I filled the jar with holy water. Very nice. We have holy water now.
Yes, child.
Did you know my father? Not so much, my dear. He did not attend church as much as he should, I'm afraid. I hope you are more devout than he. Sure, I'll try. Is this the father? Yes. You know, I will not loot anything in this church yet. Is this the Grim? The Grim Chamber. A secure room where the deceased could be laid for a while, so that their families might say farewell before cremation. The door was of metal, with a double bolt, and the guard post even had arrow slits, so that those on duty could safely dispatch the body should it rise again. Our traditions has changed so much in recent years. The lighting is tight. Undead has RGB lights, so my mouse is undead. Maybe. I mean, have you never... Oh god, what was the game again? Is it Heroes of Might and Magic? I think it is Hero of Might and Magic. Have you never played Heroes of Might and Magic, Shuki? Or seen anything about it? I think Seth has made some beautiful videos to it. Maybe Maxor as well. The undead come in all the flavors of Monster Energy. Green, pink, blue, I believe as well. This was where father lay in the days coming up to the funeral. The Book of Condolences. Look at all these people. So many well-wishers. So many strangers. Sadly not. Maxwell gives my brain an aneurysm. I can understand that. You have to be ready for a Maxwell video. Maybe drink some alcohol or take some heavier stuff. All of them got to see my father off, when I did not. Yep. Can I? I see. Where was it? I don't know. That's it? I see. Okay. The music has changed to the point where I do not like it. Let's get back to the church. This is a lot better. Oops, I accidentally walked further up than intended. Amongst the books were some that provided language instruction for Germanic, Slavic, even Latin. My academic studies over the last few years had touched on each of these languages to a greater or lesser extent. Okay. Riches and glory in the Mans. He is come. Why is this the first thing I see? Why is this the first thing I see? My God. Because you need to come. Thank you, Shuki. Riches and glory in Mans, 1601. Radoslava Petrovich. Read and beware, all persons in Man beware, for a devil is among us. The bridge is where he can be found, and storms strike in the dark of night and the witching hour. He is come, wearing the skin of a man, charting his infernal boat. The ferryman comes. He promises power, but the price is high. Do not agree to the devil's bargain, or you too shall be stained. Where the ferryman of midnight storms, cross not the bridge and speak not to this devil. The bottom was a very poorly drawn ferryman, and his boat beneath a handful of lines that arced ever so slightly. The main bridge in town, I assumed, where the river was crossed, the marketplace. Who's this person? Father Constantine. Hello. As I entered the room, I saw a younger priest. Oh, but my eyes are getting sore as well. Younger priest, leafing through the pages of a heavy-looking book. He looked up and nodded at me. His attention returned quickly to his reading. As a learned man, I was hoping you could help me with my studies. What studies? He continued to eye me.
You flatter me. In truth, I am not yet knowledgeable, so soon out of the seminary at Kani.
He straightened his cassock in an exaggerated fashion and returned pointedly to his book. Right, I'll leave you to it then. Let's leave this place. Please let me out. My God. Straighten his cocksock. My God, Shuki. You truly are the devil sometimes. Put some vegetables. Let's see if we can find some work in the academy and then we'll probably call it Sülen. Vegetables. Hospital. Let's twerk for the academy. Is my accent that thick that I'm always saying twerk? My God. Wait, I think I have to take the right one. There's also a sign on front that read, if you can read this, we want to hire you. Tavern work seemed like a good way to meet people and get reintegrated here. Plus, drunken patrons might let something slip. Maybe I would find clues to the mystery surrounding my father here. Boku no Twerk Academy. Ah, sure. Apothecary. Apothecary. Where am I here? I'm here. Okay, let's just check this out once to see if this isn't the herbalist, right? Hello.
Welcome, dear and kind sir, and 1,000 kindnesses on you for visiting my humble store. Whatever ails you, wounds, illnesses, or maladies of a more private nature,
Huh?
I am here to help.
Sorry. You are completely misreading the room. I am just here to ask you about a herbalist. Have you seen Halen the herbalist? No, I have not. He hasn't called in for supplies in several days. You could try his shop. It's on the main road between the marketplace and the north gate. Noted the location on the map. Or his house? It's near the entrance to the keep. Thank you very much. I don't need anything else from you. Hayden South House, Northgate Herbalist. I see the complete opposite side where I wanted to go. A group of children was playing outside the school. They looked more unkempt than I recalled, even from my poorer classmates.
You looks just like Master Lucas.
Master Lucas? Lucas von Elstrick, you mean?
You know the schoolmaster?
Holy moly. This girl?
I am Ida. I have no mom and dad.
I see, this is why she looks so very sad. My God. Of course he has. This game doesn't need elaborate walk-around animations. Have you seen my... you have seen the game in its original state, right?
Of course he does.
No, I'll show you the painterly effect. I have it on low because it does some good things with the lighting and it is a bit more of a painting, but you can set it to high. I think it was at the start it was high, and this is like you play in a painting basically, which can be very beautiful. But for me, it is very blurry, and I would like to know where I am going. Sometimes, I mean, maybe it's a thing for getting used to it. You could also put it to normal. It's very goon. I have no idea what that means in this context, but yeah, I'll set it to low again. I mean, we could turn it off, and it's just standard CRPG looks, which I find very bland in this context at least. So at least on low it has like a little bit of this painting style. No clue either. Thank you, Denshuki, for using the word. The child who spoke was older than the others, a girl of perhaps 12 years. She sat back and watched the others and they paid heed when she spoke. You know me then?
Just got me into the ground is all. Your father, he's the one what died yesterday.
Yesterday? Well, he died a few days ago. The funeral was yesterday, yes.
Sorry. My father died way back before I was born.
I didn't know what to say to that. As I regarded the child, I felt something brushing my side. A short-haired boy jumped back, pulling his hand away from my pocket. Tried to grab him, but he'd already dodged back too far, chucked away from me. You boy, what are you doing?
I wasn't doing nothing. It wasn't me. I never. Nick! I am Leylon, a thoughtful boy.
Okay, this boy reminds me a wee bit of us, just from the looks, when we were shown in the prologue as a child.
Nick, stop that! I'm sorry. I'll make sure Nick tells Father Huber about this in his confession.
Can you fetch the schoolmaster for me?
We'd love to, but we're so hungry. We don't get much to eat. Only what the school can spare, and that ain't much. If we had some food, that'd give us the energy to fetch the schoolmaster. Surely it would.
I need to get Analyze 3. I only have 2. But I think I would have everything to cook them some food at home. Well, I'll make you some food then, and then I'll be back. But before that... Wait, are these... Oh, they are from the academy. We should always have the choice of selecting begone peasants. No, we are actually a kind-hearted person. We are not an uptight snob. The question is that I have... The only question I have is that... what do we cook? We're just standing here. Gravedigger stood over a freshly dug hole, resting on his shovel. Wish to have a word with you.
I wanted to talk to the living. I'd find another line of work.
Please, I'm Alistair von Elstrick. My father was buried yesterday.
And?
cremated my father recently. I wanted to ask you some questions.
Well, I've no interest in answering them. Good day to you.
At least he's honest.
Look, I said good day. Did it all nice and kindly. But if you don't leave me to my work, I'll turn nasty fast. Now get.
Shuki,
Go on.
do you see this person? He is literally telling us, be gone peasant. Only that we are not a peasant, but you know. Well, good afternoon to you. Oh god, this I have to go this way then. He's a little baby man. Yeah. Wait, how are we in the market? Am I not going south now? Am I misinterpreting the compass? Is this not? Oh, it's not. Oh, I see. So I would have to go westward. Let's see, okay. I thought maps were what is it called, north? I don't know. I don't think it is called north, but you know. My god, yeah. But if you sprint, you sit on every corner. This will also be the first time I am recording this. I hope I have the storage for that. But, we'll see. We will also see what I can do with this. Okay, so we have 4 ingredients here. I'd like to get this, this, this. Given grease, given grease. And we given this and this. And this. And water? Nope. And this. Firewood. Cooking pot of grease. How do we do this? I have to fill all 4 slots. Oh wait, what if I take the bowl? No, what if I take this then? It's another pot. I need another pot. How do you cook in this game? Well. We checked it up. Should we just suffer now? I could give these children just some. Just this, I guess. Let's take both of them with us and then see if we can give the children the food. Torch. Let's grab that. Ooh. Oh yeah, that is a very disgusting head actually. I don't want this. Alright, let's go back to the children. Let's see if we can give them the food. A fox? Hello, fox? The fox was cautious but friendly. I could tell it was hungry too. I'm sorry, I don't have any food right now to spare. The children are starving. by the herbalist's house or store. Yo, kids.
Hello again.
She was unexpectedly.
Did you get food for us then?
Yes, I have food for you. Take it, then fetch the schoolmaster for me. Assorted food removed from inventory. Okay. Do foxes eat apples? I don't think they do. I think foxes would like some meat. So I would have to fetch some meat first. What is this? Then she looked up around, sizing me up, and wagered before running indoors. Do foxes eat nuts? I don't think.
Cousin, I am delighted to see you, though I only wish it were under better circumstances.
Lucas.
I am your cousin, Lucas Van Elstrick. I am the schoolmaster.
It was strange to see my cousin after so much time. Doubly so to see him working as a schoolmaster. I had gathered from my correspondence while away that he had not followed his father into politics or the military, but I had not expected this. Lucas reminds me of someone else. Damn, yeah, who could that be?
So, what can I do for you, dear cousin?
What could you do for me? Well, you are the schoolmaster.
Yes, can you believe it? It was about as far as I could get from father without actually running away.
I'm happy for you. I'm too, most of the time. Damn, that's crazy. I am too, most of the time. Sometimes this lot proves too much for me and I rethink my choices. I like that this Lucas person is basically the schoolmaster, basically a teacher. Very funny. It was said cheerfully with a friendly headshake in the children's direction. They responded with childish rebellion, staggered tongue here and nonsensical whoops there. I could tell that they liked him, and he them. I hear you planning to take on a new teacher here.
I am. Are you looking for work? I can't imagine finding a more suitable candidate than yourself.
I would like that.
Think on it, cousin, and come back to me. I could certainly use a trustworthy hand with my work here.
Okay. I wish to ask you about my father's funeral. A different tone overtook the conversation then. Not just one of sorrow for it was dead, but also a sadness, one that seemed deeper than I thought was warranted. If you could believe such a thing.
Of course, cousin. A truly sad affair. I am so sorry you missed it. I pleaded with father to wait. I knew you would come. But he couldn't be talked with. He was sure the Shroud had ill intentions towards your father. He has feared them gravely since the war. Obsessively so.
Why? What did he think the Shroud would do? Who can really say? Certainly, he has seen his fair share of what can be done with necromantic magics, and whether you believe they could casually do it, trapping your father's soul or reanimating his body, would certainly be a coup for them. I'm sorry, that was distasteful of me. All I'm saying is that whether his fear was rational or not, I can understand him having it. Alrighty, what is the last time there was word of the Shroud then? Truthfully, I do not know. The tavern late at night, somebody will mention seeing people move through the graveyard nights before, and there have been rumors of bodies going missing from unmanned brims. But the Undertaker and the guards all dispute these claims. Wait, the Undertaker is here? Oh no. Very little is officially declared, so it's hard to know really. And do you have any idea why the herbalist would have performed the autopsy and not a doctor? That is strange. I do recall a military skirmish with nearby bandits recently that went poorly. Perhaps the surgeon had their hands tied with the wounded from that? Certainly. I can see father rushing ahead by any means to get Zelig cremated before whatever ill fate he envisioned came to be. You have a lot of questions, cousin. Do you suspect something? I do, cousin. I won't trouble you with my concerns just yet. Save that things are not adding up for me. Yeah, I think I'll confide with my cousin. I like him. Gentry trust increase +2, area trust increase by 2. Well, be careful. If you're correct that something strange is afoot, then whoever is behind is likely keeping an eye on you. The fact that you say this to me either means that you are, on my side warning me, or you are involved. I would prefer the first option. And nothing else I want to ask on this topic. I bade my cousin farewell. Alrighty. We now can save this. Save you. Alistair's journey. Saving. Alright. I think we're done for today. I must say I like this game so far. It is very beautiful. I like the NPCs, I like this trust system. And I like that we are this kind person who lost their father and now seeks answers. And I am intrigued how we will end up with necromancy. Because necromancy in its very core is evil. So let's see how our so far good character collides with this evil magic. It's a thing for next week, maybe. That's the 30th. Yeah, I think the 30th is doable. We'll see next week. But for now, I'll say thank you for watching and Baba Booey.